Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be making these really cool Twitter headers. They kind of look really cool. There's like environment and background. You don't have to use these pictures. You can use all kind of different sceneries. You can use mountains. You can use forests. I don't know, anything. And yeah, they look pretty cool. And I've actually got it as my Twitter header. I didn't make this Twitter header. This Twitter header was made by BazDZN, so you guys can go check them out. And yeah, so this I'm going to be showing you how to make these in today's tutorial. And yeah, so let's get into it. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, New, and then the dimensions that we're going to be using are 1500 by 500 pixels. And these are the size of a Twitter header. So if you are making a Twitter header, these are the sizes you're going to be making. But if you are wanting to make like a YouTube channel art or something, you will need different dimensions. And yeah, so now we've got a blank canvas here. We're just going to get our pictures. So I literally just got my pictures from Google. I literally just typed in mountain wallpaper. This was actually the very first one that was there. I just downloaded it, and then you kind of want one of a similar color scheme, I suppose. You can see that I use this picture and I use this picture. They're both very green and blue, and yeah, they work pretty well together. So yeah, you guys can experiment with different photos. It's all about experimentation. I think if you did try with different colors, completely different colors, it might work out pretty well as well. I haven't tried it personally myself, but you might work pretty well. But yeah, so once you got your images downloaded, you can just click and drag them in just like that. And you want to hold Alt and Shift when making them larger, just so they expand from the middle, which is right the center icon right here, and so it doesn't resize the aspect ratio. So yeah, once you just got one in, just want to click on the tick, and then you want to drag in your other one, and you can just click, expand that one as well. And if you wanted to, you can move it down just so we can get a bit of the sky in as well. They look pretty cool. And okay, so now we've got our two images in. Now we need to select the places where it's going to be kind of cut off. It's like you can kind of see these cutouts. Now we're going to see how to make those. So first off, what we're going to do is we're just going to find the center of our canvas. So to do that, we need to unlock the background layer. So you just want to click on the padlock right there, and it will unlock it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to press Command T. And now we can just drag in rulers from the ruler. You can just drag in these lines from the rulers that are around the outside of your Photoshop. If you don't have these around the outside, just press Command R, and that will hide and show them. And just press on the tick, and now we can see where the center of our canvas is. And yeah, so now that we've done that, we are going to go to our shape tool. You can experiment with all these different tools here. They all work pretty well. But for the first thing we're going to use is our rectangle tool, and we're just going to click, expand it over this however big we want it, and we're going to go to this. Actually, no, we need to drag it above our images. So just want to drag it up just so you can see it, and now we need to go to our properties window. And what we need to do is we need to click on this icon right here, and then go to this icon right here. So now you can see that there is no fill inside of the rectangle that we just made, and that there is just a stroke going around the outside. And we can actually increase the stroke just by changing the pixels right here. I think that'll be fine. And then the color doesn't really matter. Just the color that you can actually see it pretty easily will be fine. And now we can press Command T, and we can actually line it up with these lines that we've made. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can actually add our text. So we can press T on our keyboard, or we can go to T over here, and we're just going to click once, and we're just going to type in whatever we want. So I'm just going to put tutorial, and the font that we're going to be using is called Gotham Black. This was in my font pack that I actually released as my last video, so if you don't have my font pack, you can go check that out on my channel. So yeah, so once we've just lined up, we can press Command, and you can just move it around, and we're just going to make sure it's in the middle of our guides, and then we can just press the tick there. And yeah, so now we've got our text, we've got our surrounding box. Now we can actually start doing things like these stripes and this circle and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our shape tool again. We're just going to make one stripe just the size of however big we want it. And yeah, and instead of removing the stroke, instead of removing the fill, we're going to remove the stroke this time. So you want to click on this stroke icon right here, you want to click on this icon, and now you can see that the stroke is actually gone. And yes, now we can just make a pattern of however we like it. So we can click Alt and drag, and that will duplicate the layer while moving it. And then we can just hold Alt after selecting both of our rectangle layers, hold Alt and drag it over here. And okay, so now we've got that over here. Now we can start adding other shapes. So we're gonna add a circle, I think. So we can just drag one circle over here. Again, we can hold Alt and Shift to drag it from the center and to keep the aspect ratio instead of it just doing this, which we don't want. So we want to keep it a perfect circle, and we're just going to put one circle there. Again, we want to make sure that there's no stroke, and we're going to hold Alt and drag again. We can make another circle right there. Then we're going to select both of these ellipse layers, drag down holding Alt, and then we can just keep adding these shapes all around our canvas. And we're gonna, guys, in a sec, you guys can see what we're about to do with them. So just gonna keep duplicating these circles, making a cool pattern with them, and yeah, okay, I think we've got enough here. So what we're gonna do is we are going to rasterize all of these layers, besides from the text. We don't need to rasterize the text. So what we want to do is we want to select all of our shapes. We're going to right click and we're going to go to Rasterize Layers. And now you can see that instead of being smart shape layers, they are now just regular layers. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold Command and then click on the thumbnail of the layer. Then now we can hold Shift, and then we're just going to click on every single layer thumbnail just so we can actually select all of the patterns that we made. So now that we've done that, we're going to go to our wallpaper layer, and then we're going to click on this mask icon, and now you can see that the background image has changed. And when we go to hide all of our patterns, you can see that the other image that we originally had is coming through on the patterns that we made. And we can also click on this mask, press Command I, and actually invert these the mask and actually see how it looks on both images. You can see it works pretty well, it looks pretty nice. And yeah, this has kind of been a trend that's been happening lately. I'm actually kind of late to the trend, but yeah, so it looks pretty cool. If you did enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to leave a like, and yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.